Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the finished article, All Things Football. As it shows below, hashtag All Things Football. My name's Shazad, with my co-host Shazad. This video, what we're going to do is we're going to run down the results of this week's Premier League fixtures, game week 30. I'll let Shazad start off.
Yes. What's happening? Hope everyone's well. So we'll finally come to the end of a bank holiday weekend. Hope everyone had a good one. Shaz, how you doing, man? How's things?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good. Nice, quiet weekend. What more can you ask for? A bit of good football on the TV. United won. What else do you need, bro?
Exactly, bro. So, guys, what we're covering today is just a roundup of the Premier League fixtures, some of the key highlights that we saw, and just give you our thoughts quickly and just give you a quick roundup. So, I mean, let's be honest. There's no better place to start than Chelsea getting hammered by West Brom at home. Thomas Tuchel's run of 15 games unbeaten will finally come to an end. And, bro, what more do I say? I mean, Thiago Silva on his return from injury, getting a red card, and then West Brom.
Yeah.
West Brom,
I mean, to be fair, West Brom did well. Even though Chelsea were down to 10 men, West Brom still did well to put 5 past them. There were some good goals as well. I can't remember whose goal it was.
Pereira's goal was...
Pereira had 2 goals. Obviously had 2. Yes. And Dieng had 1. I think it was one of Pereira's goals that
second goal was out of this world, bro. I'll tell you what, it's funny because West Brom, if they had that in their locker, I'm surprised that they've taken it to weekend 30 to turn up. But Big Sam's working his magic. I mean, let's be honest, it was...
What more can you say? Big Sam worked his magic.
As a United fan, you have to say that you couldn't have asked for anything more. You're seeing your rivals get smashed for 5. The defender getting sent off, and Thomas Tuchel finally getting cracked. Big up to Big Sam, and
big up to West Brom. They did well to beat Chelsea 5-2. Even though they had 10 men, they still did well. I'm going to jump onto the other result. As Shazad predicted, Leeds were going to beat Sheffield United. That was a 2-1 win.
Yeah.
We had Man City beat Leicester City 2-0, as I predicted. City were going to win that. One of the other talking points here, we've got Arsenal versus Liverpool, and that was 3-0 to Liverpool. I was just expecting a bit of a draw between these two teams, but Liverpool pulled it out the bag.
No, let's be honest. Not only did Liverpool pull it out of the bag, Aubameyang's haircut, well, let's just leave it at that. I have no idea what barbershop he went to in lockdown, but geez, they surely went missing after seeing that haircut, I'll tell you that much. I mean, they just weren't at the races. I'm surprised Liverpool only won by 3. They could have won by 6 or 7, and I'm going to be honest. Arteta needs to sort it out because from what I'm seeing, Arteta's vision is similar to what Ollie's doing right now, but I think half of his players are not with him, so he needs to ship them out quickly.
He needs to get rid of some players and bring in some fresh talent that will work with him the way that he wants the team to work. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to get the best out of his team.
No, that is true. And for me, going back to the Man City Leicester result, as you predicted, it was going to be a 2-0 win for Man City. I have to say that it's looking very ominous now for Pep Guardiola. So currently, because of United's win, they still need 11 points from their remaining 8 weeks. Now, all I'm hoping is that as United, they can delay it as long as possible. But I'm going to be honest, the form that Man City are in right now.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think it matters now. Either way, City have taken the title. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of those results going their way to take it now. But yeah, I get where you're coming from. With that.
That's true. And then I have to say, I want to touch upon this. So myself and Shaz both predicted that the Southampton-Burnley game would end in a drab draw. It was anything but. So Burnley decided to go 2 goals up. And then Southampton finally woke up, and Danny Ings, mate. When I can say Danny Ings is the gem of
Burnley player, I believe.
Yeah, former Burnley player. Absolutely goal of the day for me. Just
Okay.
smashed it past to their
Yeah.
key, past Pope, who was actually England's number one.
Questionable.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
that's my take.
that was a shock actually. I was either seeing a draw or Burnley winning that game.
Yeah.
But for Southampton to pull off a win, that's pretty good for them.
How about let me
Yeah,
talk about good old mate Jose Mourinho and what happened with them lot?
yeah. Newcastle to Tottenham 2. I believe Newcastle went 1-0 up.
Yeah.
Harry Kane scored a double just before the half time. And then Newcastle scored in the last 5 minutes to take it a draw, to take a point from Tottenham, which I think Newcastle needed, to be fair. Newcastle are towards the bottom end of the table. And I think they were one of your predictions to get relegated, but
No,
they're doing what they need to do. They're
they
stealing
still
points
are.
from big teams.
I've got to be honest with you. Jose Mourinho is done. My man is struggling so bad. Not even the Queen can save him. He's done, man. He's just. I've got to be honest. Harry, we touched upon this a few weeks ago in some of our other podcasts. Harry Kane is a legend for Tottenham, but if he wants to win something, he needs to move. And I suggest he move this summer because,
of course, he needs to get out of that club if he wants to win trophies. Simple as. I think the best that he's going to get at Tottenham is probably an FA Cup or a League Cup. I don't think they're going to get anything more than that. Even especially with Mourinho. He's to say that. Mourinho was always billed as the special one, but he hasn't been doing so well recently. Even at United, he wasn't doing well. He won us the FA Cup, I believe, or the Europa League, and that was it. And how long was he there for? 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Yeah, in 3 years he won us the Europa League, which is bad, to be fair.
Good thing that Mourinho did was bring back Pogba and bring Ibrahimovic, which I did enjoy. But I have to be honest with you. For me, Spurs, and you know what, I got to be honest. Mourinho is a good coach, but you got to understand you need the right type of players. And Spurs' defense is embarrassing.
Shocking.
It's embarrassing. It's
saying what you've just said there about Mourinho bringing Pogba back. I think either way, whether Mourinho was there or not, Pogba would have come back to United because I don't think the managers at United have that much say in who comes and goes. Oh, well, they might have a say in who goes, but who comes, that's a different story. I think that's Ed Woodward, the Glaciers, and now is it Darren Fletcher and John Murtough have some say in there. From there, we went to the next game, Aston Villa versus Fulham, 3-1 to Aston Villa. No surprises, really. Trezeguet scoring 2, Ollie Watkins scoring again after his England debut. Mitrovic scoring for Fulham. Then we went on to the game that I was looking forward to, as always, Man United and Brighton. I'm going to be honest here with Shaz. I'm going to be honest on this one. All 3 goals came from someone born and bred in Manchester. Now, Danny Welbeck was a United striker when he was younger. He scored the first goal of the game. And I think Henderson was just a little bit unlucky with that. He cleared off the line for the first header, and then the second one just fell perfectly for Welbeck to put in the back of the net.
We've got to touch upon the fact that, and I still do not understand, Lindelof is so small when it comes to being a defender. Just Welbeck just outmuscled him. Jumped him.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. He got outmuscled by Danny Welbeck. And that says everything, bro. That says everything.
I told you that they would concede, and I knew it because
you did. I actually predicted a clean sheet for United and 3-0. But you were actually bang on with your prediction. I believe you predicted 2-1.
Unfortunately,
and you were bang on. But the second half is where United put the pressure on and finally scored the goals. The first goal was from an assist from Bruno Fernandes to Rashford, which again, they won the ball deep in the other half, in Brighton's half, from Cavani to Bruno, straight to Rashford, back of the net. The way Rashford placed it was brilliant. Second goal, Mason Greenwood again. What more can you expect for a young kid
I have
to
to say,
do.
I like Greenwood's movement for the goal. I thought he was very alert, because Van der Beek was next to him as well. So just
Yeah.
glad that these guys
The
are.
thing is, when I watched that goal, it looked like he stole the ball from Van der Beek because they were right close to each other, and
Yeah,
it looked
they're
like
doing
Van
it.
der Beek were
Yeah.
going for it. But I think Greenwood must have called for it or told Van der Beek to move, to pull back so he could finish it. Which, there has to be communication. Otherwise, they both would have gone for the ball, and it would have been a terrible,
Mix-up.
mishap.
Yeah.
But the other games, for the rest of the week, we had today. We had Everton 1 and Crystal Palace 1. And the last game, I believe, which just recently finished about an hour or so ago, West Ham beat Wolves 3-2. And again, your boy Jesse Lingard scored.
No, Jesse Lingard.
I mean?
I've always liked the guy, and I think you know what, it's just unfortunate, but I think United style has moved on, and I definitely want to see him progress.
I don't think that's the case, bro. I don't think that's the case. I think after the season he's having at West Ham, I think he's only been there half a season, isn't it?
Yeah, half season. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it was on half season loan. So I think after the half season loan, Solskjaer is going to look at him and say, okay, he's done well at West Ham. Let's give him a chance in the United squad. And that puts pressure on people that play in his position at United. Watching him do what he's doing at West Ham is going to put pressure on the other players at United to do better.
I agree. So for me, this is almost like a shop window for him to say, look, United, this is what you're missing out on. The only reason I say about it putting his potential is that I think you've got to understand that we have too many midfielders. The problem
100%.
is, if we need to reinforce in the summer, because the problem is our boys, the Glazers and the Woodward, they're not going to put the cash out. So you're either going to get one major signing, or if you want another one, you're going to have to sell some players.
Yeah. And this is something we're going to touch on in another video about absolutely. The United squad. And I know we've been talking about doing this video for a while, but we are due to get some guests on for that video. We're just waiting for the right time for both of them to be on together, so we can get that done. And hopefully that could be as early as next weekend.
So guys, stay tuned. We won't spoil it too much for you, but stay tuned for more coverage around that.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've got the Champions League and Europa League coming up this week, starting tomorrow. We've got Liverpool and Real Madrid, Dortmund and Man City, two big games that I'm looking forward to. And we will touch upon them probably tomorrow when we get some time. So, yeah, that's everything I can think of for this video, Shaz. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, likewise. I mean, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. As always, it's a pleasure to be presenting for you. And would like to know your thoughts and feedback. If there's anything you want us to cover, particular topics that you've seen that are of interest, then by all means, feel free to drop us a line and see our hashtag below if you need to reach out to us, because this is all things football. But until next time, have a good weekend, and we'll see you soon.
See you later, peeps.